Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
BlueNote Fan Report! Aloha and mahalo, and welcome to a Tuesday edition of the BlueNote Fan Report. This is the first show of the season where we had a game, we have a game. I mean, that's what we get to talk about today. We'll talk about we'll do the good, the bad, and the ugly. It might only be me today. I don't know if Lance will be here. I know Ashley can't. She had some personal stuff she had to deal with. You know, we love Ashley, and I know she does things, you know, specifically for this show. She does a lot to help, you know, with the show, and she's got a lot going on in her life, and she put some things away. You know, Layla is not, you know, she deals with, you know, her daughter being autistic and having that, you know, and I just want to tell everybody, and I don't know if she's watching right now, and I just want everybody to know that, you know, I appreciate Ashley so much, right? I absolutely appreciate Ashley beyond, you know, I can't measure how much I appreciate Ashley. You know, when my last co-host decided that he didn't want to do this anymore and wanted to start his own show, you know, what can I do? And Ashley stepped up, right? And when she did it, she thought it was just temporary because I thought it was. But when it needed to be permanent, she stepped up. And I just, you know, I appreciate her so much. I mean, I know with their working hours and all that stuff, I just appreciate it so much. Oh, penalty shot. Looks like Montreal's getting a penalty shot on Marc-Andre Fleury. Oh, my goodness. And it's Hoffman, my boy Hoffman. Oh, yeah, he absolutely hooked him. He absolutely hooked Hoffman. Here we go. Mike Hoffman, the boy, the guy that I kind of wish was still here. But let's see. I got his jersey. Let's see what happens. Go Hoffman. Goes to the left. Stick handle, slides towards the net, fires, and it is blocked by Marc-Andre Fleury. You know what I think they should do when they do this? You know, in soccer, after the hit, after that shot, if it's blocked, it can still be knocked in, right? They can still, if he doesn't grab onto it, if he deflects it, it can still be knocked in by everybody, like a rebound in basketball and a free throw. Right? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, so I live about 3 miles, if not closer from Pearl. And I used to work on the base a lot, so I would know all of that. If I, you know, ramped up stuff, I really haven't. But, you know, regular military activity, there's a lot of it going on all the time. Right? I mean, you know, I live 3 miles from the base. And actually, I probably live closer than that. About 3 miles, something. But yeah, I'm that close. So, yeah, that was a good stop by Hoffman. Oh, Wendy! Hi, Wendy. How you doing? Hawks were leading, I think, 1-0. Is that right? I was looking at it a little bit ago. All right, before we came on, I was trying to keep an eye on my internet's kind of iffy today, so hopefully I can do the full hour. I'm not sure yet. I can tell here that, you know, I'm freezing a little bit here and there. So whether I get the full hour out, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. 14 games on the thing today. I thought since the world is getting more and more dangerous that it would be noticeable activity going on. Not not really, right? I mean, the military set up what they call I would kill to do my show. If I could do my show from the deck of the Missouri, I absolutely would. I would do my show from the deck of the Missouri. I mean, I can probably talk. I could probably send something out and find out if it's possible. I know there's not a lot of Wi-Fi there. I'd have to hook it through my phone. I don't know how strong it would be, but if I could set up my show, because all my stuff is travelable, right? We already know that. I've done it before. If I could do my show on the USS Missouri, I absolutely would. Oh, he's going to the United Center for the hosts of Banner game. Oh, good man, good man. Okay, so who else is here? Who else is here? Actually, they have had the flag on the Missouri, right? When the Blues were in the Stanley Cup Finals, the USS Missouri did the three horn toots, and they had the Blue Note flag, and that's the battleship, and then the sub USS Missouri, they all got together and did something. So it would be pretty cool. If we would have capitalized in the first 10 minutes last night, would have dictated the rest of the game. It may have. Yeah, I think you're right. So, I'm hoping somebody else showed up, but hey, you do what you got to do. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll start with the good. No, I was not on the Missouri. The Missouri was a battleship, and it was a steam battleship. Excuse me, my ear's been bothering me. I was a gas turbine technician. I worked on jet engines that were used for propulsion and electrical generation. On a ship like the Missouri, steam was used for propulsion and diesels were used for electrical generation. That's probably like way too much of a... I did retire. My retirement ceremony, which didn't get recorded because I hit the wrong button, was on the USS Missouri. Right? Ryan says the ugly is always guy, the bad is guy, and the good is always Falk. Okay, let's go to the good. The good, and John kind of mentioned it, the first period. The Blues played very well in the first period. I mean, the first period was smart. The Blues had 13 shots on goal. They had some good looks. They had two power plays. Both the power plays looked like they could have scored. The first period for the Blues, that was that was some good. There's some players that played pretty good. Mikkola, it looked like he had a good game, but he didn't on paper. There's a few guys out there that may have looked like they had a Walker. Walker looked like he had a good game. Walker was all over the place. Wow, yeah. Sorry, man. I got this Montreal game on, and that's pretty cool. Marc-Andre Fleury just pulled the guy's helmet off, and the referee let it go. So the other good, and this is, we say this, I say it's good, and we might think it's bad, but it was Hellebuyck. Hellebuyck was just on fire. Tarasenko, point blank. He had some good shots. There were some really good looks. ORR had some good ones, right? There was a lot of the shots were there in the first period. They were there, and Hellebuyck covered them, right? Hellebuyck actually absolutely covered him. Might a little fatigue going on. I can imagine after the few games, the body is tired from not playing consistently for a long period. And you know what? We'll kind of get that into with that into the bad. Yeah. That had a lot to do with it, an absolute ton to do with it, to be honest with you. When you think about this, right? Everybody else in the league had played 5 or 6 games. The Blues were playing game number 4, or 6, or pardon me, 5, 6, and 7 games. We're playing number 4. We're behind everybody. That's the first game that we played the day after another game. Everybody else has been doing that for a week. And we're getting all these days off. Well, when you play 2 games in 2 weeks, you know, and then all of a sudden you throw another game in there, it hit them. It hit them in the second period and the third period. The Blues had no legs. They were gassed. I mean, absolutely gassed. And you could tell they were gassed because of all the penalties, right? You look at the game summary in the third period. Kyrou, Shin, Torpachenko, Kyrou holding the stick, Shin hooking, Torpachenko roughing. Torpachenko was at the end of the third. But, you know, you look at that, you know, there was just so much of that. Now, the other good, I can say the other good was the penalty kill. They killed off 4 penalties, including a 5-on-3 for almost a minute, right? A minute and 2, they killed it off. You know, there's some things there that they did very well, but then there's some things there that they didn't do very well, right? The 3 stars of that game were Hellebuyck, Shafley, and Morrissey, and I'm okay with that. I could have seen. Now you might think I'm wrong here. After, you know, the guy gives up, what was it, 3 goals? Because it was 4-0, right? 3 goals. You might say Greiss could have been the 3rd star, because those 3 goals were not on Greiss, and that team just was dead in front of him. I mean, he stopped almost as many shots in the third as the Blues took all game. Right? I mean, he faced almost as many shots in the third as the Blues took the whole game. He didn't stop as many, but he faced as many. So you know, that's got a lot to do with it. Greiss answered questions. I know you say, you know, a lot of people came in, oh my God, why did we get Greiss? He's old. Why didn't we do what we had to do to keep Husso? Because Husso was going to get a multi-year deal and start somewhere. He wasn't going to take a 1-year deal to be a backup. It wasn't going to happen. Right? Oh man, this game between the Wild and the Canadians is crazy. Wow, they are on fire, man. Greiss was solid, good to see. Yeah, Greiss answered questions. Right? Greiss could be one of the goods, you know. I guess I could put that in there. There were 3 goods. Okay, what 3 goods? We'll say the 3 goods were the first period, you know, the play of the Blues in the first period, the play of Greiss in the game, and then the penalty kill. Right? Windy says 2 old Hawks after 1. Hey, Windy. If you go to the bad now, the penalty kill, right, was a bad to me. Or not the penalty kill, the power play. It looked okay. Well, okay. The power play looked okay, but it needed to capitalize. It absolutely, in that game, needed to capitalize. They needed to change how the Jets were playing, and they didn't. Right? To give up that goal like they did, you know, it just affected the team. Right? You give up that goal in the second, and then, you know, if that would have been a 1-1 game, that game changes. Right? That game changes. That change doesn't get there. Like I said last night, we'd only given up 40 shots and only did that twice last year. It wasn't a good game for the good guys. I mean, there was a lot there. Hawks have 4 shorties. Wow, that's impressive. I'll say that is impressive. If you got 4 shorthanded goals, that's impressive. Right? I'm trying to pull something up here. I also, my ear is really bothering me tonight, guys. So I may not go the full hour. I mean, my ear is really bothering me. I have a little bit of a sinus infection, and sometimes it can really cause some pressure in my ear. And then when you have, the headphones on and all of that, I keep the volume. I try and keep the volume down, but it's enough right now that I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to wear my hearing aids today very much because of the pressure. So net PK, let's check this out. Oh, the Blackhawks have a 92.5 net PK when their PK is only, their penalty kill is only at 76%. That's impressive. Okay. Net PK takes in account your shorthanded goals for. So if you give up a PK, if you give up a goal in the PK, but you get a shorthanded goal, it evens it out, right? Right now there are 3 teams at 100 in net PK, and that's because they haven't given up any power play goals. That's the Blues, the Red Wings, and the Islanders. The Sharks are at 96%, and their PK's at 96%. When it is obvious that that it is so obvious how good that their penalty kill is as far as scoring shorthanded goals, their net penalty kill, right? If they shore up their penalty kill a little bit, they're gonna, they're 3-2. They're 3-2, got 6 points. They're not doing that bad. It's early and a lot of things can change. Look, I understand that. Ooh. Sorry, man, my ear just went nuts on me. Oh, wow. Give me a moment. So I mean, they're sitting in 4th in the division with 6 points. They're tied for the Blues. We played less games, so we get a jump on them. Dallas is leading the way with 9 points, but we have 2 games in hand. Colorado has 7 points with 2 games in hand. We're tied with Chicago, but have a game in hand. We have a game in hand on everybody in the league, I think. Yeah. We have a game in hand, at least a game in hand, up to 3 games in hand on everybody in the league, right? Nashville, Los Angeles, Seattle, Vancouver, Vegas. And this isn't counting tonight. Some of these teams are playing tonight. Toronto, all have played 7 games. And the Blues have played 4. Okay, where are we at? The Hawks have 4 shorties already. That's pretty damn impressive. It is, and that's what I was saying. Hey, man, who's here? Come on, talk to me. Sammy Helms, thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate it, man. Really, really, really do. It makes me feel good. Oh, nobody's watching me on Facebook. I wonder if something happened. on Facebook that I'm only showing on... let me see here. Oh, man, my video might not be playing. Oh, wow, that's why. It looks like my video may have stopped on Facebook. Let me try something here. I'm going to see if I can see my video here real quick. Or see if it stopped playing. Oh, wow. Yeah, my video didn't play. Okay, so that's why we're having all the issues we're having. Hold on a second, guys. Let me try something here real quick.